Yeah, I've mistreated this machine a little bit. Now, if you've watched any of the videos on my channel, you know that the reason I got this machine is because I felt like it could handle me being gone for long periods of time better than most systems. But I didn't plan on leaving it quite as long as I did this go round. I've left it for a week multiple times already, but this time I was on the road for
It's been 84 years.
a little over a week and a half, and this thing hasn't printed in over 2 weeks. So I'm gonna take you along on my process to basically get this thing back up and ready to go when I come back, and also take you along on troubleshooting if I run into a problem that I maybe didn't anticipate from leaving it for so long. Now, it is running a white ink stirring and a recirculation of the white ink regularly all the time, and then I have it set on a 14-hour cleaning interval. So every 14 hours, the machine cleans itself. So I do have some waste ink in the tank, not a whole lot, but there's a little bit in there, but that keeps everything kind of moving, which is why I think we're gonna be okay. But the first thing that's gonna happen is we got a decent amount to clean up because it has done a cleaning every 14 hours. So that's probably in the bulk. I'll put however many cleanings I estimate it's done since I've been gone. There will be a fair amount of buildup on the wiper blade. That's at least what I'm expecting. So the things I'm gonna need, I've got a couple gloves because I think it's gonna be kind of messy and I'd rather not get ink all over my hands. I've got some foam swabs, some paper towels. I'll show you how I use those, and my Color Prime cleaning solution. So let's open this up and see what happened. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the carriage over and I'm gonna take a look at the capping station. I will also look at the underside of the carriage, but my first concern is the capping station. So it doesn't look too bad at all. We've got some pretty major buildup of ink around the wiper blade. Looks like there's a little catch tray down below that catches some of the excess. I may have to clean that out. Maybe not today, but I will at some point. But I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna clean the wiper blade and I'm gonna make sure the capping station tops are clean. But overall, it looks pretty good. Better than I kind of anticipated. Let's take a look at the underside of the carriage and see how that looks. All right, I can already see a decent amount of white buildup here on the bottom of the carriage. I'm gonna need to address that. There's also some buildup on the bottom of the carriage with the color back there, but the print head actually looks pretty good. So I think we just got some cleanup on the bottom of the carriage. First things first, we're gonna try to clean up some of this excess ink down here, and I'm gonna use a paper towel to do this. I don't want to use stuff that has lint much on the actual wiper blade itself because that is going to touch my print head. I don't want lint on there, but I got all this buildup down here at the bottom, so I'm just going to try to clean that up with the paper towel here. And then I'll make sure the final clean on the wiper blade is done with the foam swabs that have no lint on them. All in all, it doesn't look too bad, so better than I anticipated. I'm going to take some cleaning solution and pour it into the cap. It's just a little easier to work with. And I'm gonna soak my swab in the cleaning solution, and then I'm just gonna kind of, you know what, actually, I bet some of this is dried. Nope, it's not peeling off. Sometimes you'll like peel off chunks of it, and it is breaking it down, so it is gonna peel off here in a second. There it goes. That's why I want you wearing gloves, because then you can just grab these pieces and toss them. Let's do the same thing over here. See if we get rid of, whoop! See if we get rid of some of that buildup. Oh yeah, I can see it building. See all that stuff catching there. So just get rid of that. And I'm not too worried about like cross-contamination of ink right now, because I'm gonna do another clean of it. Like I said, we're in a pretty rough spot cleaning wise, so. And then one of the things you can do is you can take a paper towel and dab your foam swab, which gets rid of a lot of the ink, pop it in the cleaning solution to get it a little more wet again, and then you can go back at it. So I'm not super concerned about the lower parts of the wiper blade being clean. I can clean those. And actually probably at some point I will take it off and like clean all around it. But right now what we're concerned about is the top of the wiper blade that actually touches the print head. So let's get that. Okay, we got most of the big stuff off of it. So now I'm gonna use a fresh swab and finish up the wiper blade. So fresh swab, and we're gonna go across the top of it here, and then across the front of it. Mostly what's touching the print head is just the very top edge of this wiper blade. So the rest of it being clean is a good thing from a maintenance standpoint, but not necessary when it comes to the safety of your print head. So that looks pretty good. Ooh, you can see there's some dried stuff here on the capping station. That's one of the things that happens is we want to keep the top moisturized, and we've got some pieces that are coming off. That's again kind of expected, but this is dried around here because it's exposed to the air. When I'm not here in my shop, I don't run the humidifier, so it's not like it's a really humid environment in here. So I'm just kind of cleaning around the top of the capping station. And like I said, I'm gonna get some of those chunks of ink. I just want to grab them and get rid of them. The better moisturized the top of your capping station, the better the overall health of your print head will be. So let's get that again. A little more cleaning solution to try to break down some of that ink. There we go. And I'm not too concerned if there's ink around the outside of it too much. I'm really concerned about this top edge, because again, this top edge is what is touching our print head. So we really want that to be in really great condition. Now, like I did before, I'm gonna take a paper towel. I'm going to soak up the excess solution and some of the ink off of there. And then I can take this back in here and kind of dry it off to get any of the extra white off of there that's been kind of diluted. Perfect. I'm gonna dab it again to clean it off a little bit, go back in our solution, and now I'm gonna do our CMYK head. Again, starting around the outside. Stuff seems a little bit dry on the outside, so I probably need to do a little bit more regular conditioning. Though this is kind of normal maintenance stuff, I just need to do it before I start the day here because of how long I let it sit. Oop, there we go. I see a little string. Of some ink right there. Grab that off, put that on the paper. And again, like before, I'm gonna soak up some of this ink and cleaning solution in this rag, in this paper towel. This is why I use gloves, is because it will bleed through and get on your hands. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to wipe around this to get rid of that kind of foamy excess stuff that I've kind of created. And it's always a little harder to tell because the CMYK ink comes out mostly black. You won't always immediately see little pieces of ink. It's much easier to see on the white print, on the white capping station because, well, it's white. Now, I've got all these little dots of ink here and splattered against this back wall. These are things that I definitely want to do on an irregular basis. So like maybe on a weekly basis, I want to clean those things up. But today I'm not going to worry about that because I just want to see if we're printing well. So the final thing I'm going to do is with the extra cleaning solution I have, I'm going to pour a little bit of it into the caps. This is something I do when I do a new install to make sure it flushes the lines nicely and ink is going to flow nicely through the waste ink lines. In this case, I'm just trying to make sure everything's conditioned nicely. It has had ink flowing through it, so I'm really not terribly worried about it. All right, we're gonna return the carriage to home. Now we need to do a loading. I do this just because it's gonna make sure that the head is primed nicely. So let's go ahead and do that loading. All right, over to Print EXP. I'm gonna do, in this case, it's called an ink charge. Other systems call it a load ink. But basically you're gonna see the capping station drop, come back up. It's coming out the waste ink tank. I really don't need to do much. I just wanna pull some through. A load ink of about 10 to 12 seconds in my experience with this machine has worked fine. Now let's do a cleaning. Let's do a cleaning all heads, normal cleaning. And I will watch it down here below just to make sure that it is cleaning properly. So it looks like we're good there. Everything looked like it wiped off like it should. Excellent. Now let's do a nozzle check and see what our results look like. I am always cautiously optimistic. Let's see how we look. So our white, hard to show up on camera, our white's a little spotty right there. Looks like we got some ink flying off here. I'll have to see where that's coming from. Our yellow has a little bit of some other color in the top edge of it. Let me move it forward a hair. So you got a little color in the top edge of that. That happens on a pretty regular basis on this machine. So I think if I just run it, I'm gonna be good. And maybe a little discoloration at the bottom there, but all in all, that looks pretty stellar for having ignored it for 2 weeks. Goodness. I'm gonna do one more short load ink or ink charge and a cleaning and then a nozzle check, and we'll see where we're at. I'm watching that ink comes out into the waste ink tank. All right, there we go. Let's do another normal cleaning. Watch again. Brings it up. Scrapes it. That's a pretty decent scrape. I almost think we could, oh, I see what was dragging. Oh, see that? See that little dingleberry sticking down there? That's what you gotta watch out for. That's why you gotta make sure the bottom of the carriage is clean, because I got that little guy hanging down there. Got that little guy hanging down there, and that's what was dragging on the paper, so we're gonna have to clean that up. So I just realized I can get to it from the side. So let's see if I can get a view. I can see it with my eye, but you may not be able to see it on camera very good. There we go. See that little thing hanging down? So we're just gonna clean that up. We're just gonna wipe that underside of the carriage real good. All right, now let's do a nozzle check. Probably should have fed the film forward a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, my white ink definitely looks better. My yellow looks better. Everything looks pretty good. Maybe a hair fading on the bottom there, possibly a little bit. But honestly, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna run a print on here because these systems generally like to run. So let's run a quick test print on this and just see how it comes out. Excellent. I'm also using this as an opportunity to see if my alignment is off at all. It is very off. I can see that. And I think that may have to do more with my computer than anything else. This is a test sheet that does different white underbases, but I can already see my bi-directional alignment is off pretty bad. So, let's cancel it. And let's run our bi-directional check just to see if that's the one that's off. There may be some other steps that are off, but I'm gonna check my bi-directional. I did notice when I came back and plugged in initially, my software defaulted back to Chinese characters, so I'm sure something got reset in my system. I'm gonna grab my microscope and see, but I think we're somewhere in that 12 ballpark, which is pretty normal. All right, let's run this guy again as a test print. See if we are a little more accurate. That looks much better. Yep, it looks like that did it. I feel confident that this thing is up and running really good. My colors are coming out pretty vibrant. My white looks nice and even. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I feel good enough about that to start printing. I do want to take some time at the end of the day today to clean the bottom of the carriage. That had some buildup on it for sure. We saw that little thing hanging off that was dragging and causing some issues. But overall, I'm really impressed. I mean, this is the reason why I went with this machine. And all of the printers in the DTF station lineup, all of the prestige machines have the same features. They have auto cleans, all those kind of things. Again, I still don't recommend leaving it for as long as I did, but it worked pretty well. And it only took us about 20-ish minutes of some cleaning and some checking and some testing to make sure that this was printing right again. So I hope this helped you guys get a better idea of maybe what to do with your machine on a regular maintenance basis. Honestly, everything I did is stuff that you should be doing at the end of every day. It's just, it was a little more intense because it hadn't been touched in weeks. But I hope this also gives you some confidence. There are some machines out there that will handle being not used every single day. Once again, I'm pleased. I'm really pleased with the printer that I have in my shop. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.